Okay, I'm going to try to draw the puss. I'm trying to draw it so you can watch me draw and watch the kitty as he poses for his close-up Mr. DeMille. And I don't know if this is going to work because the camera is being held up by the grace of God, I think. You know, Descartes and all of those philosophers, I think if they just lived in my house for a second, it would prove that God exists. They could come up with the actual proof, because I should be dead by now. Everything should have collapsed on top of me. All the... Kitty, you're moving. Okay, good. Put back to where you belong. So, I think, but by the grace of God, I'm still alive, because everything has not, all of my jury rigging has not killed me. One of the things I want to do, I did a couple of drawings of deer orca the other day, and I kind of liked it. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do an orca a day. See how that works for me. This is very similar to a pose I did that he took yesterday or the day before, though, so this may not be all that interesting. Sometimes, though, when I see him pose and he curls up, especially like he's doing now, the pattern of his white part and his black part become very yin and yang-y, which is neat. And of course it depends on the angle I'm seeing him at, but it's really kind of fun. So I thought maybe I would try to capture his yin and yang, because he does have one. He has this, well, as many cats do, but Orca, because of his sharp claws and sharp teeth, you are very much aware of his yin and yang, his Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde aspect, because usually blood is drawn. He's playing, though. He's never, only occasionally has he bitten me with real teeth. I was drawing with the Urban Sketchers of Boston yesterday, and one of my urban sketchers, fellow urbanites, sketcherites, asked me, she wanted to see how I draw, because she saw the sketches I had done, and she wanted to see how I managed to come up with what I managed to come up with. And most of the time I draw the same way that I'm drawing this. I work from one part to another part and back and forth and back and forth. I don't just start with the head and work my way to the neck and work my way and finish with the toes and I'm done. That's not how most people draw. I think they draw by working on the whole thing. I don't know if you heard my stomach growling, but it just growled. Did that the other day, and I did hear it on the playback. And it is telling me that I haven't had my breakfast yet. But I draw, as many artists do, you draw the whole drawing, all of the elements all at the same time, because when I make a little mark here, it affects how I look at the mark I've drawn here. It's all one thing, and you should always see the whole thing when you're drawing, even if you're drawing, spend a lot of time in perfecting one little area and you work on that, you do have to step back and look at the whole drawing to see if it worked. And most of the time it works okay, but not always. So you have to fix it. Oh, now that area is too bright. Now I have to change. Like adding this white area here. The reason I did that is I wanted to show this angle of the ear. But now that I've got a background behind him here, don't I need to put something over here? Or don't I have to do something else? I don't know. Maybe I don't. Kitty, you've moved again. See, there's something weird about this. I have to darken, I have to lighten that area. I love drawing with white pencil on black, and I see other people do it sometimes, and what they end up with is it comes out backwards. They draw it as if they're drawing with a black pencil on white paper. So they press down really, really hard with their white pencil when they want to draw the really thing that's really, really black. So it ends up looking like a negative, a photographic negative, rather than what it's supposed to look like. And sometimes it's hard to get your head wrapped around using. You're drawing the light, not the dark. And I have a hard time, since most of my pencil drawings are white on black. I sometimes have to rethink how I draw with a regular pencil on white paper, because I'm used to drawing it this way so much. Now he's moved a bit, so his ear is not quite the way it used to be. So I'm using my little memory bank here to try to figure out what it did look like. Now, do I need to add anything over here? Other than that, I don't know if I need to. Kitty, he's such a good kitty. Okay, we'll add something there. Just anyway, kind of looks like him.